Honorable Kumo, can you be attentive, please? We're in prayers. Almighty God, creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions so that we may always work in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thee grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Thank you. Leadership, please. Can you approach the chair? Leadership. Honorable colleagues, I've examined and approved the votes and proceedings of Thursday, 23rd November 2023. Any member-elect who has not been sworn in, please can proceed to be sworn in now.
Please repeat after me. Oath of allegiance. I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. Oath of a member of the House of Representatives. I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as a member of the House of Representatives, I will perform my functions honestly, to the best of my ability, faithfully, in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law and the rules of the House, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will strive to preserve the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy contained in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will abide by the Code of Conduct contained in the 5th Schedule to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Honorable colleagues, this is to announce the presence at the gallery visiting parliamentarians from the Republic of Sierra Leone. Please, the parliamentarians from Sierra Leone, can you stand up for recognition? You're welcome. Please, you can sit down. Honorable colleagues, we have some announcements from Mr. President. The first one is in respect of presentation of 2024 appropriation bill, and I read the message. May I crave the Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, National Assembly Complex, 3 Arm Zone, Abuja. And the message is, may I crave the kind indulgence of the House of Representatives to grant me the slot of 1100 hours on Wednesday, 29th November 2023, to formally present the 2024 appropriation bill to a joint session of the National Assembly. While I look forward to addressing the joint session, please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Yours sincerely, signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The second message from the President is in respect of request for approval of the federal government 2022 to 2024 external borrowing plan, and the message reads as follows. I write in reference to the above subject matter and to submit the attached federal government 2022 to 2024 external borrowing rolling plan for consideration and approval of the National Assembly to ensure prompt implementation of the project. The honorable members may wish to note that the past administration approved a 2022 to 2024 borrowing plan at the Federal Executive Council held on 15th May 2023. The projects that cut across all sectors with specific emphasis on infrastructure, agriculture, health, education, water supply, growth, security, and employment generation, as well as financing, as well as financial management reforms, among others. Following the removal of the fuel subsidy and its attendant impact on our economy, African Development Bank and the World Bank Group have indicated interest in assisting the country to mitigate the impact with the sum of $1 billion USD and 1.5 billion USD respectively, in addition to the FEC approved 2022 to 2022-24 external abridged borrowing plan. Consequently, the required approval is in the sum of $8,699,168,559 US dollars and 100 million euros. I would like to underscore the fact that the projects and programs in the borrowing plan were selected based on positive technical economic evaluation, as well as the expected contribution to the socio-economic development of the country, including employment generation, skills acquisition, support towards the emergence of more entrepreneurs, poverty reduction, and food security to improve the livelihood in all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Considering the huge infrastructure deficit in the country and the enormous financial resources required to fill the gap in funding infrastructure in the face of dwindling financial resources, it has become imperative that we resort to prudent external borrowing to bridge the financial gap, which will largely be applied to key infrastructure projects, including power, railway, health, among others. Given the nature of these facilities and the need to return the country to normalcy, it has become necessary to request the House of Representatives to consider and approve the 2022 to 2024 external abridged borrowing plan to enable the government deliver its responsibilities to Nigerians through expeditious disbursement and efficient project implementation. I hereby forward the proposed 2022 to 2024 external borrowing plan and trust that it will receive the expeditious consideration and passage of the House of Representatives. Please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Yours sincerely, signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The third message from the President is in respect of submission of supplementary statutory appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. The message reads as follows. Further, to a review of the approach to carrying out projects in the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FC. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Administration has indicated that the extant approach may not be sufficient to deliver on the administration's renewed hope agenda. The House is accordingly invited to note that a number of infrastructural projects with potential to improve ease of transportation, provide gainful employment, and ensure impact on FCT residents have been identified by the Honorable Minister. However, the current FCT statutory appropriation does not adequately capture the projects either in whole or in part. The foregoing in view, a supplementary appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act for the Federal Capital Territory Administration has been proposed. I hereby forward the proposed supplementary appropriation to the 2023 Statutory Appropriation Act of the FCTA and trust that it will receive the expeditious consideration and passage by the House of Representatives. Please accept, Right Honorable Speaker, the assurances of my highest regard. Yours sincerely, signed, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Other announcements. This one is coming from the office of the Deputy Speaker, and the subject matter is civic reception, Thanksgiving, and homecoming. The message reads as follows. You are cordially invited to the civic reception, Thanksgiving, and homecoming of the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, organized by Peace in Southeast Project and the people of Bende Federal Constituency, holding as follows. Date, Friday, 29 December 2023. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, Sports Arena, Bende Local Government Headquarters, Abia State. There will be a chartered flight conveying members to and from Abia State on December 29, 2023, while vehicles will depart Abuja for the venue on the 28th December 2023. For planning and logistics, members who are available to attend are please requested to fill the form with the Sergeant at Arms desk in plenary. Honorable colleagues, the next announcement is coming from Honorable Rep. Sam Onibo, and the message is recognition of Rep. Sam Onibo as global leader on climate change. The message reads as follows. I am pleased to bring to you the news of the nomination of Honorable Sam Onibo, FCIS, FNIM, as a global leader on climate change by Business Insider, a New York City-based financial and business news agency. Honorable Sam is a former member of this House and currently member governing board of the Northeast Development Commission. As a worthy ambassador of this House, Honorable Onibo has been at the vanguard of global action on climate change. He sponsored the climate change bill passed by the National Assembly and ascended to by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari in the last administration. The Act provides a legal framework for building and ensuring a climate-friendly Nigeria. On behalf of this House, I congratulate Honorable Sam Onibo on this milestone. The next announcement is coming from Honorable Mukhtar Shagaya, and the message reads as follows. It is with very heavy heart that I write to notify you of the death of my predecessor, the past member representing Ilori West, Asa Federal Constituency of Kwara State, in person of Honorable Abdulhakeem Sadiq Alhaji Agunsi. He represented Ilori West, Asa Federal Constituency in the 9th Assembly, and I'll be grateful if the sad news of his demise is mentioned during plenary, and a minute is given to honor his death. Please accept the assurance of my regards. Signed, Honorable Mukhtar Tolani Shagaya. The next announcement is coming from Honorable Donatus K. Matthew, Member, House of Representatives representing Kaura Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. And the message reads as follows. Notice of the demise of my dear mother, Mrs. Anatu Matthew. I, Honorable Donatus K. Matthew, Member representing the good people of Kaura Federal Constituency of Kaduna State, write with grief to inform the House of the passing unto glory of my dearly and loving mother, Mrs. Anatu Matthew, at the early hours of Monday, 27th November 2023 at about 10:45 a.m. The purpose of this letter is to request Mr. Speaker to notify the House on the next legislative day, and as well request that my colleagues remember me and the entire Matthew family with prayers in this period of grief while we prepare
Honorable colleagues, please order.
Well, I appreciate you all. Please be assured of my high regards. Yours faithfully, Honorable Donatus K. Matthew. The next announcement, I think we have exhausted the announcements. So shall we rise in honor of the two deceased persons, please? May their soul rest in peace. Any member with petition? Petition, yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Right Honorable Comrade Chinedu Oga Owen, I represent Iko Ezasa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Ebonyi State.
Order, please, order.
Mr. Speaker, I have a petition from Ifeanyi Okoro. Ifeanyi Okoro was illegally dismissed by Road Safety Commission, and he hereby write to the Speaker for the statement and payment of entitlements. Huh? I have the evidence now.
Honorable, are you done? You're done?
Yes, Mr.
Please
Speaker.
proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Igariwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues. My name is Igariwe Iduma Enwo. I represent Afikpo and Edda Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Ebonyi State. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition this morning titled Petition Against Hazardous Blasting, Quarrying and Mining Activities against Messrs. Anli Mining Investment Limited and China Solid Rock Nigeria Limited. Mr. Speaker, this petition is complaining against the grave violations of relevant sections of the Mining Act by these Chinese companies. Mr. Speaker, this petition is signed by some very prominent members of Afikpo community, about 7 of them, and the reliefs they are seeking are as contained in the petition. Mr. Speaker, with your very kind permission, I wish to lay this petition. Thank you.
Are you done? Please proceed. Doctor?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru, representing the good people of Orion-Nwode Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud Benin chief from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, this petition is from Coalition of Benin Socio-Cultural Organizations. And this petition reads, need to avert colossal breakdown of law and order in parts of Edo State over proposed balkanization of Benin Kingdom by the state government. Mr. Speaker, this was signed by Mr. Osaze Amasedubo, who is the Coordinator General for and on behalf of Coalition of Benin Socio-Cultural Organization. I seek the leave of the Honorable Speaker and the House to table this, to lay this on the table. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please go ahead. Is Ebese?
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Dr. Chief Philip Agbese, I represent the very good people of Ado, Okpoku, Ogbadibo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Benue State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning with a heavy heart to lay before this House a petition from the Center for Social Justice, Equity, and Transparency against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, seeking the intervention of these hallowed chambers in investigating the attempted abduction and forceful removal of the former CBN governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, from the custody of Nigeria Correctional Center, Kuje, Abuja, in defiance to a subsisting court order which granted him bail. Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission and in line with the legislative agenda of the 10th Assembly, you may wish to kindly permit me to lay this petition before the House, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Please go ahead. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm most grateful. My name is Ben Etana Bene. I represent the good people of Okbe, Saple, Uwe Federal Constituency from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, my petition this morning is from Life Flour Mill Limited. It's addressed to Mr. Speaker, titled Blockage of Escravos Channel Resulting in Huge Economic Loss, a call for help. It was signed by Mr. Alexander Vehis, General Manager. Mr. Speaker, this has to do with vessel movement, within the Escravos area of the Atlantic Ocean. Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission, may I be honored to lay this petition before the House. Thank you very much.
Please go ahead. Any more petitions? No? All petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions. Matters of urgent public importance. It's my honor to recognize Honorable Abdurrahman Ajia to move his motion. Honorable Abdurrahman, is he around? Please go ahead.
Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable, I say good morning. You are most welcome.
My distinguished colleague, my name is Honorable Abdurrahman Ajia. I represent the very good people of Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, Abaji, and from FCT. Mr. Speaker, I stand on Order 8, Rule 4, to seek the relief of the Honorable Speaker and my honorable members to suspend all the relevant rules to present a motion of urgent public importance for an urgent need to address the incessant abduction in Kwali and incessant abduction and killing in Kwali, Kuje, in FCT by armed bandits. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to the first leg of the motion? Our brand new doctor.
Thank you so much, the Right Honorable Speaker. My name's Honorable Chike John Okafor, PhD. I represent the good people of Ehimembano, Ihitu Boma, Obo Federal Constituency, and that has been since the 8th Assembly. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my brother. I agree with him that it's urgent that we suspend all relevant rules of the House to take the motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, any seconder? Honorable Joseph.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Joseph Folorunsho Adegbeson, representing Ijebu North, Ijebu East, Ogun Waterside, Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State. I rise this morning to second the second leg of the motion ably moved by my colleagues. I hereby second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable, please proceed.
Right Honorable Speaker, my honorable colleague, I remain Honorable Abdulrahman Ajia. My motion is on the need to address the recurrent abduction and killing of residents of Kwali and Kuje Area Council in FCT by armed bandits, sponsored by my very self. The House notes that the security of life and property are fundamental responsibility of government at all levels. Informed of the abduction of 9 people by bandits on Thursday, November 9, 2023, at Shadadi along Kebi Road in Kuje Area Council, among whom an immigration officer and was an immigration officer. Sadly, the reported to have been slaughtered after a ransom was paid for their relief by their relatives. Also informed that on Saturday, November 18, 2023, bandits invaded Yeuti village in Kwali Area Council, in which 6 villagers, among whom was a
Sardauna Rano, you are most welcome to the chamber. You are most welcome. And I'm sure members, because of this beautiful attire, will probably give you promotion today and make you for the whole North.
Also informed that on Saturday, November 18, 2023, bandits invaded Yeuti village in Kwali Area Council, in which 6 villagers, including the father of the incumbent vice chairman of Kwali Area Council, were abducted, and one of the villagers by the name Usman Kure was reportedly shot dead by the bandits during the attack. Recall the unfortunate incident that took place last year in which bandits raided the same village and abducted about 28 people.
Honorable
including
Kumo, Honorable Alijesi, Honorable Alimadaki, please, a minute. Let me see you.
Including women and children. Aware that at about 5:00 p.m. on Monday, November 2023, some unknown gunmen wielded AK-47 rifle, invaded a farm and abducted 8 women who were farming, including the wife of the village chief of Gombe in Kuje Area Council. Concerned that the terrorists and bandits have consistently terrorized the city outskirts like Kwali, Kuje, Gwagwalada, Abaji, while Abuja Municipal Area Council, that is AMAC, is also currently targeted by these criminal elements. Worried that the worsening state of insecurity in the nation capital should be of a great concern to us all, and it is expedient that this situation is tackled holistically. Observe that our people now live in constant fear of being attacked by bandits while on their farms and even at home. This has adversely affected the socio-economic lives of the people in the various area councils of FCT and further worsening the food security crisis in the country. The House resolved: 1. To observe a minute silence in honor of those killed by the bandits. 2. Urge the Inspector General of Police to, as a matter of urgency, deploy anti-terrorist unit of the Nigeria Police to carry out comprehensive and thorough operation to flush out this undesirable element from FCT. 3. Also urge all the relevant security agencies to ensure that those that have been abducted are rescued from the bandit safe and alive and returned to their families. And lastly, to mandate the Committee on Police Affairs, Army, Defense to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Bashir Zubairu.
Mr. Speaker, my right honorable colleagues, Bashir Zubairu Usman is my name, representing Bindungwari Giwa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I beg to second this motion. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Police Affairs, Army, Defense for further legislative actions. And I think based on the prayer, we are required to also observe a minute silence. So please, shall we rise? You can just face for prayers. Of the departed, rest in peace. Honorable colleagues, it's my pleasure to recognize the one and only Amazon from the Southwest, Honorable Kafilat A. Obara, to move our motion.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I come under Order 8 through 4 to seek the leave of this Honorable House to suspend all relevant rules for me to move this motion of urgent public importance. I so move. The subject of my motion of urgent public importance is the commemoration of the 2023 International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls, themed Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls, which was over the weekend. And we need, yes,
you are just moving only. Let us get seconders. Who is seconding the first leg of the motion? Honorable Midala.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, my name is Dr. Midala Usman Balami. I rise this morning to second that the motion that we suspend all our relevant rules so that we can take this motion, because it is very urgent, looking at it that it's a day for eliminations of violence against women and girls. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Second leg. Second leg of the motion, any seconder. It is my honor and privilege to recognize the newly appointed chairman of the Committee on Urgent Public Importance to second.
Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker. Namde Zechi is my name. I represent the good people of Ndokwa, Ogwani Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Delta State. I stand here this morning to second the motion ably moved by my sister, Honorable Kafilat, that this motion is urgent enough to be heard in the floor of the House. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Khalifat, please proceed.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I rise this morning for and on behalf of my people in Koshofe Federal Constituency in Lagos State, the Center of Excellence, to move this motion in commemoration of the 2023 International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls, themed Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. The House notes that violence against women and girls is a widespread human rights violation affecting 1 in 3 women worldwide and causing immediate and long-term harm to their physical, emotional, and psychological well-being. Violence, including physical, sexual, emotional, and female genital mutilation-related acts, has led to severe physical injuries, trauma, and even death. The House notes that the 2018 Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey revealed that 9% of women between the age of 15 and 49 have experienced sexual assault, while 31% experienced physical violence. The Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption 2021 Sexual Assault Reference Center report reveals that 88% of sexual offenses are committed against females and young people under 18, with 60% of rape survivors being children. The House is aware that 16 days of activism against gender-based violence from November 25 to December 10, 2023, themed Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls, is a global call for the prevention and elimination of gender-based violence by engaging various stakeholders, including government, civil society organizations, and individuals, to create a safer and more equitable world. The House is concerned that Nigeria faces legal and cultural challenges in eliminating violence against women, with inadequate laws and weak enforcement mechanisms, leading to impunity and perpetuating gender norms and stereotypes. The House resolves to condemn all forms of gender-based violence in the country, to name and shame perpetrators of violence against women and girls, thus holding accountable individuals who commit acts of violence. To urge the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to sign the Sexual Harassment of Students in Tertiary Education Institutions Prohibition Bill 2023 into law as a crucial step towards combating sexual harassment and promoting a safe learning environment for students. The House also urged the federal government to initiate comprehensive legal reforms that address the root causes of violence against women and ensure the protection and empowerment of survivors. To further urge the federal government to set up rehabilitation centers for victims of gender-based violence across the country and include the project in 2024 budget estimates. To mandate the Committee on Women Affairs and Committee on Human Rights to partner with civil society organizations and women rights advocates to create implementation guidelines for the Girl Child Rights and Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act in the country, and also mandate the Committee on Women Affairs and Appropriation Committee to ensure compliance. I so move, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues.
Any seconder to this motion? Honorable Canis.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my awesome honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable High Chief Canis Mo Chukwugozie Nwachukwu. I am from Imo State. I represent the great people of Olu, Osu, and Oru East Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by my sister. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Women Affairs, Human Rights, and Appropriation for further legislative actions. It's my pleasure to recognize Honorable Dr. Billy T. Osaoru for his own motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable, understanding and sympathetic colleagues, I remain Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru, representing the good people of Orionwo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud mini chief from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, my motion is a motion of urgent national importance on the need for the federal government to avert possible breakdown of law and order in Edo South Senatorial District. Mr. Speaker, I rest on Order 804. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of the Speaker and Honorable House to suspend all relevant rules so I can take this all-important motion. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder, Honorable Idem?
Support my neighbor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Orowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as moved by the High Chief and also my neighbor, I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg, any seconder? Daba United.
Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, my name is Abdullahi Balarabe Dabai. I rise this morning to second the motion of urgent public importance, the second leg of the motion as moved by my colleague, I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Billy, please proceed with your motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. This all-important motion is being sponsored by Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, Honorable Murphy Omoruyi, Honorable Esosa Yahweh, and my humble self, Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru. The House notes that the Benin Kingdom is of very ancient origin dating back to several millennia, with the Oba of Benin as the only titular traditional ruler of the kingdom. Aware that due to the incidents of colonialism and subsequent creation of local government areas, the Benin Kingdom is now encapsulated in the 7 local government areas.
Order, please, order,
which make up Edo South Senatorial District, namely Oredo, Ego, Ikpobaoka, Owode, Oriomo, Ovia Southwest, and Ovia Northeast local government areas of Edo State. Further aware that despite the creation of 7 local government areas in Edo South, the Oba of Benin remains the sole traditional ruler in the entire local government areas comprising Edo South Senatorial District. Cognizant that the Oba of Benin, with the support of chiefs appointed by him, exercises his customary dominionship over the Benin Kingdom through the Benin Traditional Council as the only competent traditional authority in Edo South Senatorial District.
Order, please, order. Prof, please, can you find your seat?
Honorable colleagues, please.
The Sultana and the Rano and the Turaki of Rano, please, can you be attentive? Please, let's have one house.
The government of Edo State has announced its intention to institute a new regime by creating new traditional councils in the 7 local government areas of Edo South Senatorial District, with chiefs appointed by the Oba constituted into these separate proposed traditional councils. Very worried, Mr. Speaker, that this plan amounts to constituting parallel customary authorities to compete with the great Oba of Benin in dominionship over Benin Kingdom, thereby balkanizing the age-long kingdom. Apprehensive that this is provocative and unconscionable infiltration into the revered ancient traditional structure of the Benin Kingdom, which is generating monumental distress and tension in Edo South Senatorial District, with serious possibilities of degenerating into violent breakdown of law and order in the district. Convinced, Mr. Speaker, that as the federal government is the ultimate authority in maintenance of law and order across the country and in Edo South Senatorial District in particular.
Honorable Mark Esset, please.
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Tunji, please, let's be attentive.
There is urgent need
Let's be
for the
attentive,
federal
please.
government to take decisive steps to avoid the possible breakdown of law and order in Edo South Senatorial District because of the highly provocative plan to split the Benin Kingdom. I repeat, to split the Benin Kingdom under multiple traditional councils. Further convinced that if no urgent federal government mediatory intervention is not initiated right now, the security of lives and properties in Edo South Senatorial District may be jeopardized. The House resolves to set up an ad hoc committee to interact with the government of Edo State and the Benin Traditional Council with a view to resolving the conflict brought about by the plan of the state government. My last prayer, Mr. Speaker, is to mandate the ad hoc committee to also interact
Honorable colleagues,
with
please.
the National Security Advisor, NSA, the Nigerian Police Force, and all other federal government security forces in Edo State to sensitize them on the need to avoid any violent breakdown of law and order in Edo State and as a whole, following the plan of the state government, and report back to the House not later than 4 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, my honorable colleagues.
Any seconder? Is it Chairman Environment I'm seeing down there? Yes, Honorable with the cap, please second. No, the one at the back, the engineer, our young engineer.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Adefineye Ayodele Festus.
Oh, I didn't recognize you, Honorable. You are not the one.
I think he said with it.
Engineer. Okay.
Honorable colleagues, please maintain silence, please.
Mr. Speaker.
Silence, please.
I remain Engineer Akarachi Orishema Tosa Etiosa Amadi, representing the good people of Umbitoli Keduru Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I proudly rise as a son of Benin to second this very all-important motion moved by my brother. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Traditional Institutions. Leader, can you move that we go into executive session?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Usman Bello Kumo, member representing Akko Federal Constituency and from Gombe State. I rise to move that this House do resolve into executive session to discuss some silent issues. I so move.
Leader, can you second?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I remain Dr. Ali Issa JC, representing Balanga Billi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that the House do resolve to executive sessions for a very important issues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House resolved into executive session.